Bottom core brass food. Bottom core brass food. Bottom core humming in a dead wave climb. I've been carving through fate in a ghost born rhyme. If a king wanna roll in a novice time, I'll fold his rain in a blade line prime. Biscuit from rising in a dread front turn. I've been shaping homeless where the dim lights burn. If I ever wanna chase in a step unlearned, I'll crack his truth in a phantom churn. Blade fled bended in a shadowless spin. I've been slicing down lies with a cold wind grin. If they shadow my step in a novice sin, I'll fold their name in a gospel din. Bottom core gospel. Boy, don't hide if you cross my hymn, you will lose your stride. On the spare weak cards, I don't let full slide. One note from me and your faith to devise. From core blade gospel, hear my call. I can carve your truth to a favorite wall. If you change my reign in a jet burn hall, I break cold kings when a ghost winds fall. In a black lit ring, I've been cutting through lies with an after sing. If I carry wanna talk in a trembling wing, I'll mute his breath in a gospel sting. Blade card turning in a cold front rise. I've been whipping whole worlds in the shadow guys. I've been prayed for a break when the ghost winds rise. I'll drown their hope in a spectrum of eyes. Purple like gold ring, core line spinning. I'm approaching whole laws with a dread bone grin. If them in my step in a novice sin, I'll fold their myth in a phantom din. Phantom core gospel. Boy, don't hide if you cross my hymn, you will lose your stride. I'm spare weak cards, I don't let full slide. One note from me and your faith to devise. From cold blade gospel, hear my call. I can carve your truth, but favorite wall. If you change my reign in a dread burn hall, I break cold kings when the ghost winds fall.
Bloodline humming in a fall-born tide. I've been coming through fate with a deep cold tide. If a king wanna roll with a novice pride, I'll fold his reign in a warp cut slide. Sickle sword turning in a dread front spin. I've been bending every myth with a gene-born grin. If I ever wanna chase in a novice skin, I'll snap his truth in a warp core din. Wolf blood twisted in the shadow set burn. I've been shaping whole paths where the hard lines turn. If they follow my step in a path unlearned, I've cracked their crown in a post return.
Bloodline warp sequencer, boy, don't blink. If you cross my code, you'll be gone in sync. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't let them think. One pulse from me and your veins go pink. Bloodline warp sequencer, feel my run. I can bend your truth in a gene cut ton. If you challenge my reign in the fate's undone, I break whole kings in a warp fed sun.
Blood drip snapping in a dead wave glow. I've been slicing down lies in a war-born flow. If a couple wanna talk with a trembling show, I'll mute his breath in a gene reflow. See what's in the flare, turning in a cold front phase. I'm a ribbon whole face in a dreadborn maze. And they pray for a break when the sparks of praise. I'll drown their hope in a sequence blaze. War crow ripping in a fade line turn. I've been forging new laws where the hard codes burn. If they mimic my pace in a novice churn, I'll fold their myth in a warp return.
Bloodline warp sequencer, boy, don't blink. If you cross my code, you'll be gone in sync. I don't spare weak cards, I don't let them think. One pulse from me and your veins go pink. Bloodline warp sequencer, feel my run. I can bend your truth in a gene cut ton. If you challenge my reign and the fate's undone, I break whole kings in the warp fed sun.
Neuro flare burning in a cold front reel. I've been coming through thoughts with a dreadborn steel. If a king wanna roll with a mortal feel, I fold his mind in a warden seal. Protocol spinning in a fault line climb. I've been bending every truth in a breakneck rhyme. If I ever wanna chase in a novice time, I'll snap his pride in a neural prime. Wooden coil twisting in a blackout turn. I've been shaping whole laws with a deep rose burn. If they shadow my step in a path unlearned, I'll scatter their hope and avoid return. Neuro flare warden protocol. Boy, don't think if you cross my grid, you will break and sink. I don't spare weak minds, I don't let fools blink. One spark from me and your whole thoughts sink. Neuro flare warden protocol. Feel my chain, I can carve your truth through a dreadborn vein. If you challenge my reign in a mind storm rain, I break whole kings in the cortex pain. Neuralink cracking in a dread path glow. I've been slicing through doubt in a blackout flow. If a couple wanna talk in a trembling show, I'll mute his breath in a pulse too low. Water flare rising in a relief phase. I've been warping whole fates in a synapse maze. If they pray for a break when the curve is raised, I'll drown their hope in a cortex blaze. Protocol echo ripping in a shadow front turn. I've been forging whole laws with a mind waves burn. If they mimic my pace in a novice churn, I fold the myth in a deep return. Not a flare word in protocol. Boy, don't think if you cross my grid, you will break in sync. I don't spare weak minds, I don't let fools blink. One spark from me and your whole thoughts sink. Not a flare word in protocol. Feel my chain, I can carve your truth through a dread-born vein. If you challenge my reign in a mindstorm rain, I break whole kings in the cortex pain.
LJ, turn up this one. White.
Yeah, void march spinning in a deadlock climb. I've been carving through fate in a helix line. If a king wanna roar in a novice time, I fold his reign in a void-born sign. Regulator humming in a dread from bend. I've been bending every rule with a black wind's end. If a rebel wanna chase and the fools pretend, I'll crack his truth in a spiral rend. Heels flare breaking in a cold front turn. I've been shaping home mist with a deep lights burn. If they follow my step in a path unlearned, I'll scatter their pride and avoid returning.
White march, helix regulator, boy, don't try. If you step in my path, you'll dissolve on sight. I don't spare weak minds, I don't grant no light. One twist from me and your fate rewrites. White march, helix regulator, feel my spin. I can tear your truth from the roots within. If you challenge my reign in a spiral sin, I break all kings in a dread-born den.
Void line cracking in a fall-born real. I've been slicing down lies with a black cut steel. If a couple wanna talk in a trouble and feel, I'll mute his breath in a voice been sealed. Helix core rising in a fill up, I'm phased. I've been twisting every fate in a warp cut maze. If they pray for a break when the dark winds blaze, I'll drown their hope in a spiral haze. Regulate the echo when the shadow set turn. I've been forging whole laws where the night paths burn. If they mimic my pace in a novice churn, I'll fold they myth and avoid return.
White march, helix regulator, boy, don't try. If you step in my path, you'll dissolve on sight. I don't spare weak minds, I don't grant no light. One twist from me and your fate rewrites. White march, helix regulator, feel my spin. I can tear your truth from the roots within. If you challenge my reign in a spiral sin, I break whole kings in a dread-born den.
White.
Oshavote nagareo, Hell sure rising in a dread front glow. I've been carving through storms where the hot winds blow. If a king wanna roar in a mortal show, I'll fold his reign in a volt line throw. A ray front surgeon in a fall-born climb. I've been bending every myth in a breakneck rhyme. If a rival wanna chase in a novice time, I'll snap his pride in a hellborn prime. Voltage twisting in a scarlet turn. I've been shaping whole laws where the deep fires burn. If they shadow my step in a path unlearned, I'll scatter their crown in a sharp return. Hell sharp voltage, ray boy, don't dare. If you step in my grid, you'll ignite mid-air. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't grant no prayer. One spark for me and your bones lay bare. If you challenge my reign in a doom-born math, I break whole kings in a firestone bath. Hell sharp voltage, ray boy, don't dare. If you step in my grid, you'll ignite mid-air. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't grant no prayer. One spark for me and your bones lay bare. If you challenge my reign in a doom-born math, I break whole kings in a firestone bath. Line cracking in a red flash spin. I've been slicing down lies with a flame-born grin. If a coward wanna talk in a trembling skin, I'll mute his breath in a voltage din. A ray flare bitten in a cold front rise. I've been tearing through fate in a dread-born guise. If they pray for a break when a fire wave rise, I'll drown they hope in a voltamize. Hell short echo ripping in a full line turn. I've been forging whole mist where the brimstones burn. If they mimic my pace in a novice churn, I'll fold their truth in a fiery turn. Hell sharp voltage, ray boy, don't dare. If you step in my grid, you'll ignite mid-air. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't grant no. One spark for me and your bones lay bare. If you challenge my reign in a doom-born math, I break whole kings in a firestone bath. Hell sharp voltage, ray boy, don't dare. One spark for me and your bones lay bare. I break whole kings in a firestone bath.
As the burst rising in the dreadline blaze, I've been carving through fate in the heaven phase. If a king wanna roar in a mortal maze, I'll fold his crown in a light storm haze. Collapse from humming in a flare cut climb. I've been bending every myth in a breakneck rhyme. If a rival wanna chase in a novice time, I'll snap his pride in a skyborn prime. Crown flare twisting in a halo set turn. I've been shaping whole laws with the bright winds burn. If they shadow my pace in the path unlearned, I'll scatter their throne in the burst return. If the burst crown collapse, boy stand down. If you test my light, I'll erase your crown. I don't spare weak kings, I don't play no clown. One flare from me and your line breaks down. If the burst crown collapse, feel my fire, I can burn your truth with a godborn wire. If you challenge my reign in a doomed empire, I break whole kings when the skies conspire. Crown collapse, crown collapse. I break whole kings when the stars conspire. At the line cracking in a bright born reel, I've been slicing down lies with a heaven steel. If a coward wanna talk with a trembling feel, I'll mute his breath in a burst course seal. Crown fall bending in the dead front glow. I've been tearing through fate with a high wind flow. If they pray for a break when the star winds blow, I'll drown their hope in a halo low. Collapse echo rising in a flare past spin. I've been forging home mist with a skyfire grin. If they mimic my pace in a novice den, I'll fold their names in a throne cut spin.
At the burst crown collapse, boy stand down. If you test my light, I'll erase your crown. I don't spare weak kings, I don't play no clown. One flare from me and your line breaks
If
down.
the burst crown collapse, feel my fire, I can burn your truth with a godborn wire. If you challenge my reign in a doomed empire, I break whole kings when the skies conspire. Crown collapse, crown collapse, crown collapse. I break whole kings when the skies conspire.
Hey, I'm motherfucking bearing down. Yo, hey, 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 hey. I've been crip roaring in a dead front roll. I've been carving through fate with a furnace soul. If a king wanna roar in a novice roll, I'll fold his reign and a break control. Horizon crack, bending in a fall line climb. I've been hitting every myth in a breakneck rhyme. If a rival wanna chase in a novice time, I'll snap his pride in a stillborn prime. Break flare rising in a shadow set turn. I've been shaping whole laws with a hot cause burn. If they follow my pace in a path unlearned, I'll scatter their hope in a dread return. Yeah, I'm crip, break horizon, boy, don't stand. If you test my force, you will lose your land. I don't spare weak kings, I don't raise no hand. One crack from me and your world gets banned. Break horizon, feel my ground. I can carve your truth in a fall line sound. If you challenge my reign when the plate's unbound, I break whole kings when the worlds turn around. Crip line cracking in a scarlet spin. I've been slicing down lies with a forger-born grin. If a coward wanna talk in a trembling skin, I'll mute his breath in a stillborn din. Horizon split rising in a dread flare wave. I've been tearing through fate in a quake-born cave. If they pray for a break when the continents cave, I'll drown their hope in a fault line grave. They go rumbling in a deep front turn. I've been forging whole worlds where the fires churn. If they mimic my pace in a novice burn, I'll fold their myth in a horizon return. I'm crip, break horizon. I'm crip, break horizon, boy, don't stand. If you test my force, you will lose your land. I don't spare weak kings, I don't raise no hand. One crack from me and your world gets banned. I'm crip, break horizon, feel my ground. I can carve your truth in a fall line sound. If you challenge my reign when the plate's unbound, I break whole kings when the worlds turn around.
Hey. As the burst rising in a dreadline blaze, I've been carving through fate in a heaven phase. If a king wanna roar in a mortal maze, I'll fold his crown in a light storm haze. Collapse front humming in a flare cut climb. I've been bending every myth in a breakneck rhyme. If a rebel wanna chase in a novice time, I'll snap his pride in a skyborn prime. Crown flare twisted in a halo set turn. I've been shaping whole laws where the bright winds burn. If they shadow my pace in a path unlearned, I'll scatter their throne in a burst return.
If a bird's crown collapse, boy, stand down. If you test my light, I'll erase your crown. I don't spare weak kings, I don't play no clown. One flare from me and your line breaks down. If a bird's crown collapse, feel my fire, I can burn your truth with a godborn wire. If you challenge my reign in a doomed empire, I break whole kings when the skies conspire.
In a bright born real, I've been slicing down lies with a heaven and steel. If a coward wanna talk with a trembling feel, I'll mute his breath in a burst course seal. Crown fall bending in a dead front glow. I've been tearing through fate with a high wind flow. If they pray for a break when the star winds blow, I'll drown their hope in a halo low. Collapse echo rising in a flare past spin. I've been forging whole mist with a skyfire grin. If they mimic my pace in a novice den, I'll fold their names in a throne cut spin.
If a bird's crown collapse, boy, stand down. If you test my light, I'll erase your crown. I don't spare weak kings, I don't play no clown. One flare from me, yeah, your line breaks down. If a bird's crown collapse, feel my fire, I can burn your truth with a godborn wire. If you challenge my reign
conspire. Phantom cold blade dust. Phantom cold blade dust. Yeah. Phantom cold humming in the jet wave climb. I've been carving through fate in the ghost born rhyme. If a king wanna roar in a novice time, I'll fold this rain in the blade line prime. Cause I'm from rising in the dread front turn. I've been shaping homeless where the dim lights burn. If a robber wanna chase and a step unlearned, I'll crack his truth in a phantom churn. Slave led bitten in a shadowless spin. I've been slicing down lives with a cold wind grin. If they shadow my step in a novice sin, I'll fold their name in a gospel din. Venom cold blade gospel. Boy, don't hide. If you cross my hem, you will lose your stride. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't let fools slide. One note from me and your fate divide. Venom cold blade gospel, hear my call. I can carve your truth through a spirit wall. If you challenge my reign in a dreadborn hall, I break cold kings when the ghost winds fall. Yeah. Birds cracking in a blacklit ring. I've been cutting through lies with an after sing. If a coward want a tongue in a turbulent wing, I'll mute his breath and a cough to sting. Blade cold turning in the cold front rise. I've been whooping whole words in the shadow guys. If they pray for a break when the ghost winds rise, I'll drown their hope in a spectral demise. Cause like ringing in a fault line spin. I've been forging whole laws with a dreadbone grin. If they mimic my step in a novice sin, I'll fold them myth in a phantom din. Venom core blade gospel. Boy, don't hide. If you cross my hem, you will lose your stride. I don't spare weak cards, I don't let fools slide. One note from me and your fate divides. Venom core blade gospel, hear my call. I can carve your truth through a spirit wall. If you challenge my reign in a dreadborn hall, I break cold kings when the ghost winds fall. I ain't creep roaring in a dead front roll. I've been carving through fate with a furnace soul. If a king wanna roar in an all this roll, I'll fold his reign in a break control. Horizon crack bending in a fault line climb. I've been bending every myth in a breakneck rhyme. If a rival wanna chase in an all this time, I'll snap his pride in a stillborn prime. Great flare rising in a shadow set turn. I've been shaping whole laws with a hard course burn. If they follow my pace in a path unlearned, I'll scatter their hope in a dread return. I ain't crypt breaker rising, boy, don't stand. If you test my force, you will lose your land. I don't spare weak kings, I don't raise no hand. One crack from me and your world gets banned. I ain't crypt breaker rising, feel my ground. I can carve your truth in a fault line sound. If you challenge my reign when the plate's unbound, I break whole kings when the world's turn round. Crypt line cracking in a scarlet spin. I've been slicing down lies with a frigid-born grin. If a coward wanna talk in a trembling skin, I'll mute his breath in a stillborn din. Horizon split rising in a dread flare wave. I've been tearing through fate in a quaking wave. I pray for a break when the continents cave. I'll drown their hope in a fault line grave. Break like a rolling in a deep front turn. I've been forging whole worlds with the fires churn. If they mimic my pace in a novice burn, I'll fold they myth in a horizon return. I ain't crypt breaker rising, boy, don't stand. If you test my force, you will lose your land. I don't spare weak kings, I don't raise no hand. One crack from me and your world gets banned. I ain't crypt breaker rising, feel my ground. I can carve your truth in a fault line sound. If you challenge my reign when the plate's unbound, I break whole kings when the world's turn round.
Hey, yeah, hey, 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 hey,
Stop a huss coming in a dead-born ring. I've been carving through cold with a ghost white swing. If a king wanna roar with a mortal wing, I'll fold his reign in a sermon sting. Rip from bedding in a cold front climb. I've been whooping every myth in a breakneck rhyme. If a rival wanna chase in a novice time, I'll crack his truth in a hush-born prime. Sermon flare rising in a dim lit turn. I've been shaping old paths with a night codes burn. If they shadow my step in a path unlearned, I'll scatter their fate in a rift return.
Ritualistic, permanent, boy stand clear. If you cross my breach, you'll be gone right here. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't lift no fear. One verse from me and your end draws near.
If a hush script sermon, heed my call. I can carve your truth through a broken wall. If you challenge my reign in a glitch-born hall, I break cold kings when the rift's enthrall.
Husk line cracking in a dreadly glow. I've been slicing down lies in a black string flow. If a coward wanna talk with a trembling show, I'll mute his breath in a zero below. Reflect turning in a warps and phase. I've been tearing through fate in a glitch come maze. If they pray for a break when the echoes raise, I'll drown their hope in a sermon blaze. I recall echo in the dark from burn. I've been forging new laws where the lost codes turn. If they mimic my pace in a novice turn, I'll fold their myth in a ghost return.
Visualist script CERN, boy stand clear. If you cross my breach, you'll be gone right here. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't lift no fear. One verse from me and your end draws near.
Angelist script sermon, heed my call. I can carve your truth through a broken wall. If you challenge my reign in the glitch born all, I break old kings when the riffs enthrall.
Visualist script CERN, visualist script CERN, visualist script CERN, visualist script CERN.
Time cleave turn and a fault line gleam. I'll be covering through hours in a split clock dream. If a king wanna roar in a novice regime, I'll fold his reign in the nexus beam. Right in front surgeon in a dead bone climb. I've been bending every myth in a breakneck rhyme. If a rebel wanna chase in a novice time, I'll snap his fate in a chrono prime. Nexus cord twisting in a glare front turn. I've been shaping whole laws where the time winds burn. If they shadow my step in a path unlearned, I'll scatter their hope in a right return.
Time cleave nexus riot boy, don't blink. If you step in my flow, you'll distort and sink. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't let fools think. One cut from me and your timeline links. Time cleave nexus riot, feel my spin. I can bend your truth from the core within. If you judge my reign in the hours, then I break whole kings when the clocks go thin.
Sound wave cracking in a dread bone roll. I've been slicing down lies in a split frame soul. If a coward wanna talk in a trembling roll, I'll mute his breath in a clock control. Niggas flare rising in a warp lift phase. I've been tearing through fate in a light bulb maze. If they pray for a break when the hours blaze, I'll drown their hope in a riot haze. Crown a line echo in the deep tin spin. I've been forging new laws with a war clock grin. If they mimic my pace in a novice sin, I'll fold their myth in a town run den.
Time cleave nexus riot boy, don't blink. If you step in my flow, you'll distort and sink. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't let fools think. One cut from me and your timeline links. Time cleave nexus riot, feel my spin. I can bend your truth from the core within. If you change my reign in the hours, then I break whole kings when the clocks go thin.
Yeah. What? Yeah, grim shock rising in a deadline gleam. I've been carving through storms with a black light beam. If a king wanna roar with a novice dream, I'll fold his reign in the delta stream. Choir front humming in a dreadborn climb. I've been bending every myth in a breakneck rhyme. If a rival wanna chase in a novice time, I'll break his truth in a shockwave prime. Delta coil twisting in a cold front bend. I've been shaping whole fates where the dark ways blend. If they follow my step in the path I'm penned, I'll scatter their hope in a grim shock and I'll scatter their hope in a grim shock.
If you shake delta choir, boy, don't breathe. If you shake too hard, you will never leave. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't get reprieve. One note from me, you're so cleave. If you shake delta choir, feel my ring. I could carve your truth in a death-born swing. If you challenge my reign in a broken wing, I break old kings when the choir sing.
Grim line cracking in a fault-born turn. I've been slicing down lies with a deep volts burn. If a coward wanna talk in a trembling yearn, I'll mute his breath in a delta churn. Shock flare, bending in a blacklit snare. I've been tearing through fate in a dread cold glare. If they pray for a break in the cold night air, I'll drown their hope in the quiet stare. Delta echo surging in the flare past spin. I've been forging whole laws with a death-born grin. If they mimic my pace in a novice sin, I'll fold their myth in a shot run dinner. More coming through shit.
If you shake delta choir, boy, don't breathe. If you shake too hard, you will never leave. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't grant reprieve. One note from me, you're so cleave. If you shake delta choir, feel my ring. I could carve your truth in a death-born swing. If you challenge my reign in a broken wing, I break old kings when the choir sing.
Bloodline humming in a full-born tide. I've been carving through fate with a deep cold's hide. If a king wanna roar with a novice pride, I'll fold his reign in a warp cut slide. Sickles are turning in a dread front spin. I've been bending every myth with a gene-born grin. If a rival wanna chase in a novice skin, I'll snap his truth in a war cord in. War flesh twisting in the shadow set burn. I've been shaping whole paths where the hotlines turn. If they follow my step in the path unlearned, I'll crack their crown in the post return.
Bloodline, warp sequence, a boy don't blink. If you cross my code, you be gone in sync. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't let them think. One post from me and your veins go pink. Bloodline sequence, a film I run. I can bend your truth in a gene cut ton. If you challenge my reign and the fate undone, I'll break whole kings in a warfare sun.
Blood drip snapping in a dead wave glow. I been slicing down lies in a war-born flow. If a cop wanna talk with a trembling show, I'll mute his breath, energy and riff low. Winter flare turning in a cold front phase. I've been warping whole fates in a dreadful maze. If I pray for a break when the sparks up praise, I'll drown their hope in a sequel blaze. Warp core ripping in a fate lantern. I've been forging new laws with a hot coast burn. If they mimic my pace in a novice churn, I'll fold their myth in a warp return.
Bloodline, warp sequence, a boy don't blink. If you cross my code, you be gone in sync. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't let them think. One post from me and your veins go pink. Bloodline sequence, a film I run. I can bend your truth in a gene cut ton. If you challenge my reign and the fate undone, I'll break whole kings in a warfare sun.
Burning in a cold front real. I've been carving through thoughts with a dreadborn steel. If the king wanna roar with a mortal feel, I'll fold his mind in a warden seal. Protocol spinning in a fault line climb. I've been bending every truth in a breakneck rhyme. If a rival wanna chase in a novice time, I'll snap his pride in a neural prime. Water coils twisting in a blackout turn. I've been shaping whole laws with a defaults burn. If they shadow my step in a path unlearned, I'll scatter their hope and avoid return.
Oh, don't feel right in protocol, boy, don't think. If you cross my grid, you will break and sink. I don't spare weak minds, I don't let fools blink. One spark from me and your whole thoughts sink. No, don't flow out in protocol, feel my chain. I can carve your truth through a dreadborn vein. If you challenge my reign in a mindstorm rain, I break whole kings in a cortex pain.
Neuraline cracking in a drop path glow. I've been slicing through doubt in a blackout flow. If a coward wanna talk in a trembling show, I mute his breath in a pulse too low. Water flare rising in a neural lit phase. I've been hoping hope fates in a synapse maze. If they pray for a break when the cortex raise, I'll drown their hope in a cortex blaze. But a pound make I see the vortex turn. I've been forging whole laws with a mind ways burn. If they mimic my pace in a novice turn, I'll fold their myth in a deep return.
No, don't flow out in protocol, boy, don't think. If you cross my grid, you will break and sink. I don't spare weak minds, I don't let fools blink. One spark from me and your whole thoughts sink. No, don't flow out in protocol, feel my chain. I can carve your truth through a dreadborn vein. If you challenge my reign in a mindstorm rain, I break whole kings in a cortex pain. Hell shard rising in the dread front glow. I've been carving through storms where the hot winds blow. If a king wanna roar in a mortal show, I fold his reign in a vote line throw. Great front surging in a folk-born climb. I've been bending every myth in a breakneck rhyme. If a rival wanna chase in a novice time, I'll snap his pride in a hellborn pride. Old cloud twisting in a scarlet turn. I've been shaping whole laws with the deep fires burn. If they shadow my step in a path unlearned, I'll scatter their crown in a sharp return. Hell shot voltage array, boy don't dare. If you step in my grid, you'll ignite me there. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't grant no prayer. One spark from me and your bones lay bare. Hell shot voltage array, feel my wrath. I can carve your truth with the lightning path. If you challenge my reign in the doomborn math, I break whole kings in a firestorm bath. Hell line cracking in a red flare spin. I've been slicing down lies with the flame-born grin. If a coward wanna talk in a trembling skin, I'll mute his breath in the voltage din. Ray flare bending in the cold front rise. I've been tearing through fate in the dreadborn guise. If they pray for a break when the fire waves rise, I'll drown their hope in the voting minds. Hell short, echo ripping in the fault line turn. I've been forging whole myths where the brimstones burn. If they mimic my pace in a novice churn, I'll fold their truth in the fire return. Hell shot voltage array, boy don't dare. If you step in my grid, you'll ignite me there. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't grant no prayer. One spark from me and your bones lay bare. Hell shot voltage array, feel my wrath. I can carve your truth with the lightning path. If you challenge my reign
Time cleave, tearing in a fault line gleam. I've been carving through hours in a split clock dream. If a king wanna roar in a novice regime, I'll fold his reign in the nexus beam. Right front surging in a dead bone climb. I've been bending every myth in a breakneck rhyme. If a robber wanna chase in a novice time, I'll snap his fate in a chrono prime. Nexus coil twisted in a glare front turn. I've been shaping whole laws where the time winds burn. If they shadow my step in a path unlearned, I'll scatter their hope in a riot return.
Time clean nexus riot, boy, don't blink. If you step in my flow, you'll distort and sink. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't let fools think. One cut from me and your timeline links. Time clean nexus riot, feel my spin. I can bend your truth from the core within. If you challenge my reign in the hours, then I break whole kings when the clock's spinning.
Time wave cracking in a dreadborn roll. I've been slicing down lies in a split frame soul. If a coward wanna talk in a trembling roll, I'll mute his breath in a clock control. Next flare rising in a warp lit phase. I've been tearing through fate in a light born maze. If they pray for a break when the hours blaze, I'll drown their hope in the riot haze. Chronoline echo in a deep turn spin. I've been forging new laws with a war clock grin. If they mimic my pace in a novice sin, I'll fold their myth in a time run in.
Time clean nexus riot, boy, don't blink. If you step in my flow, you'll distort and sink. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't let fools think. One cut from me and your timeline links. Time clean nexus riot, feel my spin. I can bend your truth from the core within. If you challenge my reign in the hours, then I break whole kings when the clocks go thin. Time clean nexus riot, 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 riot. Time clean nexus riot, riot, riot. Time clean nexus riot, 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 riot. One cut from me and your timeline links.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Cyber husk coming in a dead bone ring. I've been carving through code with a ghost swag swing. If a king wanna roar with a mortal wing, I'll fold his reign in a sermon sting. Riff from bending in a cold front climb. I've been warping every myth in a breakneck rhyme. If a rebel wanna chase in a novice time, I'll crack his truth in a husk born prime. Summer flare rising in a dim lit turn. I've been shaping whole paths with a night cold burn. If they shadow my step in a path unlearned, I'll scatter their fate in a riff return.
Cyber riff, sermon boy, stand clear. If you cross my breach, you'll be gone right here. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't lift no fear. One verse from me and your end draws near. Cyber husk riff, sermon, heed my call. I can carve your truth through a broken wall. If you challenge my reign in a glitch-born hall, I break whole kings when the riff's enthrall.
Husk line cracking in a dread lit glow. I've been slicing down lies in a black stream flow. If a coward wanna talk with a trembling show, I'll mute his breath in a zero below. Riff flare turning in a warp set phase. I've been flipping through fate in a glitch cut maze. If they pray for a break when the echoes raise, I'll drown their hope in a sermon blaze. Cybercore echo in the dark front burn. I've been forging new laws where the lost codes churn. If they mimic my pace in a novice turn, I'll fold their myth in a ghost return.
Cyber husk riff, sermon boy, stand clear. If you cross my breach, you'll be gone right here. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't lift no fear. One verse from me and your end draws near. Cyber husk riff, sermon, heed my call. I can carve your truth through a broken wall. If you challenge my reign in a glitch-born hall, I break whole kings when the riff's enthrall.
Hey, hey, hey. Void march spinning in a deadlight climb. I've been carving through fate in a helix line. If a king wanna roar in a novice time, I'll fold his reign in a void-born sign. Regulator humming in a dread from bend. I've been betting every rule where the black winds end. If a rebel wanna chase and a fool's pretend, I'll crack his truth in a spiral rend. Helix flare breaking in a cold front turn. I've been shaping whole mist with a deep light burn. If they follow my step in a path unlearned, I'll scatter their pride and avoid return.
Void march, helix regulator, boy, don't try. If you step in my path, you'll dissolve on sight. I don't spare weak minds, I don't grant no light. One twist from me and your fate rewrite. Very much helix regulator, feel my spin. I can tear your truth from the roots within. If you challenge my reign in a spiral sin, I break whole kings in a dreadborn din.
Void line cracking in a fall born real. I've been slicing down lies with a black cut steel. If a coward wanna talk in a trembling feel, I'll mute his breath and a voice been sealed. Helix core rising in a flare bound phase. I've been twisting every fade in a warp cut maze. If they pray for a break when the dark ones blaze, I'll drown their hope in a spiral haze. Regulator echo in a shadow set turn. I've been forging whole laws with a night past burn. If they mimic my pace in a novice churn, I'll fold their myth and avoid return.
Void march, helix regulator, boy, don't try. If you step in my path, you'll dissolve on sight. I don't spare weak minds, I don't grant no light. One twist from me and your fate rewrite. So much helix regulator, feel my spin. I can tear your truth from the roots within. If you challenge my reign in a spiral sin,
in. I break cold kings in the dread born in.
Yeah. Ay, okay.
Yeah, grim shock rising in the deadline gleam. I've been carving through storms with a black light beam. If a king wanna roar with a novice dream, I'll fold his rain in the Delta stream. White front humming in a dreadborn climb. Been bending every myth in a breakneck rhyme. If a rapper wanna chase in a novice time, I'll break his truth in a shockwave prime. Get a coil twisting in a cold front bend. I've been shaping whole face with a dark ways blend. If they follow my step in a path on pin, I'll scatter their hope in a grim shock end.
Ring shock, Delta choir, boy, don't breathe. If you shake too hard, you will never leave. I don't spare weak hearts, I don't grant reprieve. One note from me and your soul will cleave.
Yeah, grim shock, Delta choir, feel my ring. I can carve your truth in a dead-born swing. If you challenge my reign in a broken wing, I break whole kings when the choir sing.
The grim line cracking in a fall-born turn. I've been slicing down lies with a deep voice burn. If a cow wanna talk in a trembling yearn, I'll mute his breath in a delta churn. Shock there bending in a blacklist snare. I've been tearing through fate in a dread cold glare. If they pray for a break in the cold night air, I'll drown their hope in the choir stare. Delta echo surging in a flare past spin. I've been forging whole laws with a death-born grin. If they mimic my pace in a novice sin, I'll fold their myth in a shock run din.
Rim shock, Delta choir, boy, don't breathe. If you shake too hard, you will never leave. Spare weak hearts, I don't grant repeat. One note from me and your soul will cleave.
Grim shock, Delta choir, feel my ring. I can carve your truth in a dead-born swing. If you challenge my reign in a broken wing, I break whole kings when the choir sing.
Ring shock,